Alrighty, so this iExcel video is E6 or VEB is the cute little code. So let's go and do this. So we've been talking about parallel and perpendicular slopes, and we've been talking about writing equations in y equals mx plus b. So now we're going to kind of play a game, and it's going to give us some clues to writing y equals mx plus b, but we've got to do some work here. So it wants an equation of line D. So it wants y equals mx plus b. When in doubt, make your lines slope-intercept form. Okay, so this is going to be line D, just so you know. The equation for line C is this, y equals 2x minus 5. Line D is perpendicular to that. So when it has something like this, the only thing that we care about is the word perpendicular, and that means that I'm dealing with this slope right here, which is 2. Okay, everything else from that entire equation, I don't really care about. It doesn't matter. That's a whole different line. But it's giving us clues. It's the slope, or the m here, is perpendicular to that one. So what I can do is I'm like, oof, I can use that clue and at least fill in the m, right? So the opposite of positive 2 is negative 1 over 2. So we learned about perpendicular slopes a couple weeks ago. That's cool. So I'm really close. I don't have a b still. Let's see if it gives us what the b is. And passes through a point. Well, this is not our b. Our b has to be our y-axis, so that doesn't work. So how in the world are we going to find our b? Well, this is how we find it, right? It gave us an x and a y. So again, we're going to use these clues to help us create a true equation. Okay, so let's use what we've got. We have an x, we have a y, and we have an m. We can use all three of those to find a b, because we still need to find that for our final answer. This is going to be our final answer. All right, so let's use our clues. Well, y is 4 equals negative 1/2, x is negative 6, plus b. Whew, this is cool. Now we can solve for b. All right, so let's do that. So 4 equals negative 1/2 times negative 6. All this wants is what's half of 6, which is 3. And then a negative times a negative is a positive. 3 plus b. To get b by itself, we're going to subtract 3 from both sides. 1 equals b. Hey, we found b. So let's go ahead and fill that right in. So b, we know, is 1. And that's our final answer. We just had to use these clues to try to find it. So let's do this again. The equation of line Q is this one. Parallel to line Q is line R. So it wants us to try to find line R. Okay. In order to find that, I know I'm going to have to fill in my M, and I'm going to have to fill in my B. So we're going to leave those little spots blank. Right, that's what it wants. This R, our little clue, is parallel to line Q. Okay, so again, the only thing I really care about from Q is its slope. I don't really care about anything else. So line R is parallel to it. So the slopes, I have to think back in my brain, parallel means same slope. So that means that the line that I'm trying to fill in these blanks using my clues, I know part of it, the slope must be also 4 over 3. Hey, perfect. Okay, parallel, so we did that. Which passes through the point, oh, and it did it to us again. It gave us an x and a y, but still no b. So we've got to still work on that. So let's use our b's, our x, our y's, and our m's to find b. So in y equals mx plus b, y equals mx, we're going to use this equation in a little tricky way. Y is 5, m is 4 over 3, x is 5, plus b. Might need your calculator for this, so go ahead and pull it out. Calculator. All right, so we have 5 equals 4 divided by 3 is 1.33333 million times, right? It says, it doesn't say yet. Okay, so let's just use this 1.3 million times 5. So that gives us 6.66666, a bunch of sixes, plus b. Okay, write the numbers in the equation as proper fractions, improper fractions, or integers. So we'll just keep it. It doesn't say to round to a certain amount, so we can go ahead. So let's just go ahead and do minus 6.6. And we're going to do that over here. I'm just keeping it. Actually be 6.7. We got to round the right way. So we have b equals, and then 5 minus 6.7 is negative 1.7. There's my b, so that can go right here, negative 1.7. When it doesn't tell you what to round to, we can just round to the 10th spot. But it doesn't tell us. All right, last one for this video. All right, so what is the equation? We are doing an equation of D. So I know I need a y equals, and we've got to fill in our m, and I've got to fill in my b. This is my final answer up here. Okay, so let's do some work to find it. The equation, this is line C. Line D includes the point, give us another x and another y, and is perpendicular to line C. So when I'm looking at what line C is, I only care about that slope. I don't care about anything else. And I need to find a slope that's perpendicular to this. So I know I'm going to make it I'm going to make it positive, and instead of 4 over 1, I'm making it 1 over 4. Now it didn't give us our b. It did it again. It gave us an x and a y. So let's go ahead and use that equation to our advantage. Sorry. So we have y equals mx plus b. So our y is negative 1. Oh, why is it? Sorry. It's picking up my pen a little weird. Y is negative 1. M is 1/4. Our x is also negative 1 plus b. So we have negative 1 equals 1/4 times negative 1 is just negative 1/4 plus b. This is just negative 0.25 if you want to change it into a decimal. So I need to add 1/4 or 0.25, and this turns into negative 1 plus 0.25 is negative 0.75. And that goes here. Sweet.